Right, we're back on the fields for yet another game. We're back from Middle Earth 2. 2 towers are not enough. And in this one, we have a 2v2v2. So, on the 1st of July, we fancied ourselves 3 versus 3. And then after that, we lost one of our members who had to bugger off. So, there were only 5 of us left. So, it was me and a brutal. And I thought I'd put my brutal as Isengard, which I thought was could pay off, you never know. And so I started off as men, and I sort of got to work right here, and that's me there. So over here, who we're against, Carl, experimenting with men, and over here we have Gaz with hardcore barracks. Ooh, yeah, Lurtz is running already. He's making a beeline straight for that inn. Gaz wants that bloody inn. Okay. Alright, over here. Ryan as men. And here we have Jackson. Right. Interesting. Okay. He's got old Gloin. Heading straight for that inn as well. Okay. So, as I've said before in these games, it always depends on which way the computer AI fancies going. So I already had an idea to myself that I am just going to follow whichever way my computer ally goes, because I know that if my ally goes one way and I go the other way, then I've picked fights with everyone on the map. So that's probably not a good idea. Might as well start off with this, and you know the computer does not stop until that person is destroyed. So yeah, probably a good idea. So I need to try and capture all this farm space as quickly as possible for my ally, who only pays for things half the price. Was that 150 for Rakai, 162 for crossbowmen, 225 for pikemen? We can only dream of only paying that for stuff. Right, now there's the first conflict over here. Now I would wager that with Carl, I mean, it's very expensive to come out with the rangers and the horses straight away. I played it a bit more economical, and sort of thought, right, well, I want to have some more like farm space first, so I get this and all that sort of thing, and I've got more troops coming, and I tainted the terrain as well. But I think, yeah, for Carl, it is interesting. It is interesting. He's got a superior force here, without a doubt. And I'm trying to get some of these guys, but they seem to stop right there. Carl, goddammit, taking my goddamn money. Oh yeah, you're gonna pay. You don't think you won't pay. Right, he gets the heal first, but I think that's a bit overrated, so I go straight for the tainting the terrain instead. And I've got more troops on the way. 2 platoons of those, 1 platoon of those. He has 1 and 1 there, which I would fancy myself to be able to beat later on. Okay, so I've got level 3. There we go. Now I've got no troops to actually take out anybody, so that's a bit of a problem. I think somewhere here there's another Boromir. Yeah, there he is, hidden behind the trees. So I've got reinforcements on the way. So this is going to be a very, very costly fight between us both. But I can see here that my ally just so happens to be going for Carl as well. Now over here I can see. Now I wonder who picked this fight. Now I can see here that Gaz captured this flag. So I am sure Ryan, who is quite close, might have thought that Aho, like, yeah, this could be the beginnings of an invasion right here. So yeah, okay. I mean, I think Gaz and Carl played quite expansionist here. I went straight for the inn because that's how I play anyway. But right, Carl fighting for his life, fighting for his life. All he's got is rangers and no more Gondor knights. Oh, What's he doing? He needs to do that. Trying to get the Rangers. He's playing well there. He is playing well. He is playing well, but I've got more troops. More troops on the way. I think it's time to start building out the old siege, but if I've got my ally helping out, this should be pretty helpful. He's putting up a tower very far inland. Right. Karl is doing very well against my forces, but he's got those forces, these as well, to deal with. And this is only the beginning of the brutal. You know what they get like when they're late game? They're ridiculous. Right. Jackson. Despite what, I don't know what Karl and Gaz thought about what was going on here. Jackson got the inn here and is getting the money and has got troops here and some small defenses. But seeing as he's not getting attacked that way, I think putting up this is a pretty good measure, actually. So Jackson's not sure whether he's going to get some sort of attack going from that side. Right. Now I'm not quite sure. So I'd like my ally to do a lot of the grunt work, and I will have a forward position here, owning the inn and bringing in more troops. I'll basically put a lot of pressure on him. Right, now Jackson is joining the fight against Ryan over here. Now I think Gaz is probably thinking that this is a fight for his life as well. So Gaz is up against Jackson and Ryan. and yeah, but it seems like they're not fully... I mean, Jackson has 5 platoons in here, upgraded Rangers, and I always find it a marvel that Ryan seems to be able to afford these upgraded Rangers with the fire arrows. Fair play to yourself, Ryan, well played. If you're able to have that, then why not? Saruman, right. Slightly better troops coming out now. It's really going to start sticking it to Karl, that's for sure. So I wait for the next wave. My troops are here, ready to go. They are ready to go. What's going on? Gaz, seems to be a bit of a lull in the fighting here. Ooh, cheeky. Cheeky. Ryan, very uncharacteristic of Ryan. He has a bloody siege works and he's got trebuchets coming out. I need to sniff this moment and just... Oh god, all that training with Ryan and all that sort of stuff, all those tips that I told him. I just don't know what to say to myself. Oh, yes, Ryan's doing what I've told him to do a million times. I love you, man. I love you, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you for reaffirming my belief in humanity. Now, with the upgrades that Ryan has right here and the trebuchets that he has got, I don't think Ryan even needs to have Jackson around, to be honest. Right, whose is this? Is this Karl's? Karl. Right, Karl is off to help. He's got a bit of a lull in the fighting here. I think he sort of thinks to himself, well, Jimbo's just chilling here, so surely nothing's going to happen. But I think Karl has to realize that the biggest threat is probably my brutal ally that is not going to stop. Right, now I don't know what's going on over here, but there seems to be some sort of assault going over here. Random, you know, well, we always know what the builders are like. Okay, Gaz over here. Now where has Lurtz gone? Where is Lurtz gone? Is he over here? I don't see him. Okay, so it looks like my ally is actually going after Gaz's furnace. So I can already hear in my mind Gaz complaining with no end right now as to what's going on, and Ryan and Jackson over here. This is definitely the bottle has been opened right here, and it looks like they are pouring in. You've got Bozza over here, and you've got Gloin going in. This is not good. I'd like to see this like being moved up. Oh yeah, he's got 3 of them. He's got 3 of them. Ryan just doesn't even care. I mean, he is just balling at this point. Balling. There is no respite for anyone. Right. Don't let him wander off by himself, Ryan. Bring him in. Bring him in. Don't let him go off. You've got to have all these troops too. Right. Okay. Right. My ally picking off little bits here and there. Not even bothering in some locations. 2 in there, crikey, these are machine gun nests, for Christ's sake, machine gun nests. Look at that. Saving Private Ryan right there. Cool, MG-42 right there, the Germans in the little bunkers in the Atlantic Wall. Okay, so there's a fight to the death right here. For some stupid reason, Gaz has been able to get the zapper, but it's not... It's a one-time thing. You got like 1 platoon with that, and that cost what, about 2,000? Yeah, 2,200 for that. You could have spent that money on getting more barracks and then having more troops coming out at the same time, or like a few more towers or something like that, or maybe even putting towards like getting what you call it, Saruman. Right. Now, I'm not really doing much over here, but I'm just bringing my trebuchets in because I am. Ryan is not the only one. You know what's better than 1 siege works? 3. There you go. And you get ready. Now, this is good play over here. Now, oof. For some reason, my brutal Saruman is dancing around and tried to get these trebuchets, which is a bit stupid. Okay, so. Yeah, not good over here. Right, my ally is attacking Jackson. Now this defences here has been taken, and my ally has seized the inn. But I think, well, Jackson has got some troops here. Jackson's got Gloin. I don't really see much else. I mean, not even Ryan's bringing his full force to bear, to be honest. But the Tower of Orthanc right here. This is a huge waste of money. We're just entering mid-game, just now. Way too fucking expensive. You needed more barracks so you can spew out more troops. Right, over here. I thought, right, it's time for Carl to go. And that is it. Got my ally as well, also like affecting the change. Right, Carl, out of the game. Out of the game. Okay, Gaz, under a lot of pressure. Albeit, this pressure is basically Ryan. I mean, you got Gloin here, sure, but this is mainly Ryan. So I would say that Gaz was defeated very badly by Ryan, and if Jackson was not there, I still think Ryan would have defeated Gaz very badly. So that is my expert opinion on what would have happened there. Ryan had a varied amount of troops. He had he had enough firepower. He had Bozza. He had the pikeys. He had the trebuchets. And he's even upgrading his bloody trebuchets. So, yeah, if Gaz was basically left to himself against him, then he'd be in a lot of trouble. Now, already realizing that Gaz is on the way out, I hauled ass to get my troops and all of my other troops. I built quite a few more other trebuchets over here. These are the ones from the defeated Carl. And I started to put pressure over here because I was just thinking, hopefully, if Gaz is out of the game, then that means my ally is definitely going to go for either Jackson or for Ryan. So Gaz and Carl have to be taken out of the game. So as you can see here, I've already got towers ready to go. I've already seen what's going to happen, and I need to have these in place to make sure that they cannot get through. So plenty of those. Yeah, I still got my guys right here. Bit of an empty space here and here, of course. Could Ryan have launched an assault? I think Ryan's still in the middle of trying to take out Gaz here. And now he's out. Now Ryan can bring his full force to bear. But is it too late? Is it too late? I've already put a lot of pressure on Jackson here. I got 4 trebuchets here and another 4 over there. This is not looking that great. Jackson's under a lot of pressure here, but he has got Gimli. He has got Gimli, and I haven't got any horses to take care of this stuff right here. All I've got is Boromir. It's not looking that great, I must admit. Right. I'm tainting the terrain. Need to get myself a good position here. Need to win this little battle. Right. I'm using these trebuchets to basically try and flatten these guys right here. Now, this was a bit silly on myself. Gimli by himself with all of these 4, probably not a good idea. This was a bit further away than I thought. I used the hobbits here to destroy their catapults, and it looks like Gloin and Gimli are going to destroy all of mine. So, yeah, pretty stupid. But that's the beauty of having 4 in one location and 4 in another location, is that one of them is going to get through. And as you can see here, my allies are now starting to move here as well. So Ryan is also under assault. Got 3 ballistas over here. And my ally is starting to go in as well. So Ryan has split up his forces a little bit. And he's not quite sure which one to go after. Right, so Gimli is coming back. He's back. But there's a lot of pressure coming under these right here. There's a lot of pressure. He's rebuilding. But is it going to be enough? Can Gimli destroy these trebuchets in time to save his fortress? Right. Ryan is on the field. He's on the field. Ryan, feeling that taste of victory after destroying Gaz badly. Right. Right. The Horn of Gondor comes out. My ally shooting. Look at these guys. These are upgraded Uruk crossmen, and they hardly do anything against these guys. Look at this. These guys are getting chopped to shit. Okay. So they managed to repel that force. But there's more coming. There is more coming. More trebuchets are on the way. More troops, more troops, more troops. I don't know why these guys are being sent here. Oh yeah, I think I had them on rally point. Right. So, it is an assault. Rohirrim. Ryan bringing out the Rohirrim to destroy this ballista. Great play from Ryan. I'm trying to keep them here. I don't want them coming back out. So I'm building the towers just to make absolutely sure that they can't get through. But you have got Gloin and Gimli right here. This is a bit of a, you know, I'd much rather be in their shoes. We did sort of get the jump on them originally, but I think they're starting to come back a little bit. Why is my ally worried about one of Jackson's towers? Oh, thank God. Alright. Okay. Random Jackson catapult over here. Rohirrim. Jump. Good play from Ryan, destroying them. But now these things are coming up. And my ally is starting to help. Gimli and Gloin did not do enough. They did not do enough to be able to take them out. And now it looks like my reinforcements are going to get here pretty damn soon. More trebuchets over here. Right, it's all about getting more builders now. Need to get them in as quickly as possible. Rangers upgraded versus Uruk pikemen. Oh, Ryan spent the cash. He spent the cash. Right, so we're looking at Gloin, Gimli and Aragorn on the field. And I think I lost Boromir. So I don't have any of them. And Lurtz. Okay, so let's see what happens right here. So we got the pikeys guarding all of this stuff. some reason my ally's going this way. I don't know quite what they're doing. Ryan has Boromir over here randomly. These guys really want to get this bloody battle tower. Ryan's spewing out the troops. He's getting his own trebuchets too. He's thinking to himself, well, if it's good enough for Gaz, it's good enough for anyone. And he'd be right. Okay. Forward base, forward barracks, always a good idea. Right, they see the danger. These two getting involved. Aragorn, Gimli and Gloin versus unupgraded pikeys and a few trebs. It's not good, looking good from my situation, that's for sure. They used the heal, but I think the heal was too early. I think Aragorn could have healed himself. They could have saved him. Right. Tainting terrain has disappeared. This is a good force. On their force, not my force. Right, don't know what my ally is doing. My ally is over here, mainly. Not really doing anything, so I'm basically up against Jackson and Ryan over here. Trying to do my bits. Right, ballistas. There's a lot of ballistas coming out. What am I building? I don't know what the hell I'm building, but it don't look good. Right. Right. I think this thing is setting itself to sort of shoot from miles away. And because these things are quite weak, that was a great shot. Great shot by Jackson there. Setting these things to just shoot whatever. I've still got 3 trebuchets. And when you got 3 trebuchets, you gotta fancy yourself. Okay. So I've still got a lot of my troops over here for some reason. I probably should have brought those over. So yes, the trebs are coming in. Oh, I don't know what. I wonder why he went in. I think these troops could have done it. I don't think the leap works against siege or anything like that. Right, basically all of these things are gone. Gimli did the business. And he's still got the Slayer, so we can get out of there pretty damn quick. I have got a good enough defense, so it is going to be difficult for them to get through. Right, I see this, I see this, I see this. I think these guys have a pretty damn good force, if I'm being honest. I think they have a pretty damn good force, but they've got... The enemy has got a lot of ballistas, like, coming in, way more than I do. So my ally is doing well. They are doing well. And they have taken over my force on this little ridge here. This is a battle for this area. This area is key. I'm spewing out some Gondor soldiers to try and get them in here to fill the void. Is that mine? Yeah, that's mine. So I'm bringing Aragorn in, but he's only level 1. He's only level 1. He's not quite there with the others. So I thought to myself, I cannot have a situation where I'm up against all of these high-level, badass heroes. It is just going to be a nightmare. So here we go. So we're getting out all of these guys. Getting some more trebuchets on the way. Right, we're going in. We are going in. Now, I don't know what's quite going on here. I see... yeah, these things needed to be brought in a bit more, I think. I think there was a bit of a lax moment there, Ryan. I think you needed to bring these guys in. You needed to have these things shooting at these... Yeah, get rid of that one to start off with. And then you needed to get this real quick. Right, Trebs back on the field. But it's almost... I smelt blood. And I saw that because we had the ballistas right here, and my ally was right there, I thought, no, I just need to get these troops in as quickly as I can, just so I can try to put some pressure immediately. Sometimes you just got to be as quick as you possibly can. There's no time. There's no time to dick around and wait. You have to go in there straight away, even if it means sacrificing your force or something like that, it doesn't matter. You just got to go in there straight away. You see which way the wind is blowing, and you got to send everything you've got. Okay, so what do we got over here? Basically nothing being built at my base. Nothing at all. But I think, yeah. Okay, the ballistas over here. I think, what happened to these? Yeah, this was important. No, they were shooting the wrong thing, Ryan. You needed to get these ballistas. I think there was just a moment here where I think Ryan needed to keep on with the troops, because I don't think this was actually quite as one-sided, I think, as the others might believe it was. I don't think it's, not from what I'm looking at here. I think there were quite a few moments where I'm looking at Gloin, Gimli, Aragorn, at least like level 5 or level 6, versus my unupgraded pikemen and a couple of ballistas. I think that was actually more than enough to be able to take them out. I think so, but the my ally came in with quite a lot. Did it make a difference? Yeah, of course it did. But I think there were moments when it was just my troops that were just here, and then my ally was like around here. So I don't know, boys. I think there was a few moments where I think you guys could have swung it like a different way, I think. Right, Aragorn, he's going in. He's level 2. He fancies himself. I got Gondor soldiers, not even upgraded. Boromir, getting stuck in. If you want to see what upgraded rangers do to a platoon of Gondor soldiers, there you go. Absolutely murdered. But this needed to be earlier. This needed to be earlier. Ryan, I don't think you needed this stuff. I don't think you needed this stuff. And now the game is basically a foregone conclusion. My allies, I think, partly sitting around not doing much. These platoons have been, these wargs have been sitting here for quite a while. So a lot of it is me, plus a few extra platoons. Right, bringing in the Trebs and the Pikeys. The game is going so quick. Alright, Jackson out of the game. He is out of the game. It is now down to Ryan and a heroic last struggle. Ryan's going to make it as tough as possible for everyone. Like a true player. Like a true player does. He makes it difficult for everyone to get involved. He's going to get Aragorn. Oh, he's healed him. I healed him and then got him the hell out of there. But is it too late? I did my rangers right here. Oh, blimey. God, he almost got smoked. But these guys have done the bits. They've done the bits. They have done the bits. Yeah. Might be all over now. It's all over. Nothing Ryan could have done. He played great during this game, but I think maybe finishing off Gaz took a little bit too long, if anything. But I think also, if I was either you or Jackson, I would have thought that Carl and Gaz look like they're going now. So where's the new front going to be? The new front is obviously going to be here. Now at that point I only had like some towers along here. I didn't have anything here. But you got to be ready, boys. You got to be ready. Right. And that game swung pretty quickly, I must admit. My ally, obviously being a brutal, helped when he had a shit ton of like ballistas. I think the ballistas could have been taken out. They could have been taken out. But you know, obviously before, I know it's right now and these guys are sitting around, but there were quite a few platoons that have been sitting around for quite a while during this whole game. Anyway, well played, boys. Well played. There were some great little battles in there. Very, very good battles. Yeah, obviously thinking tactically, that's the you know, and who's going to be your opponent next. I guess it sucks that from Carl and Gaz's perspective that it was a 4-on-2 that happened very, very quickly. Those always suck, and there's no way to get out of it. But anyway, well played, boys. Catch you on the next one.